Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Marvel Crisis Protocol Battle Report. Today, I am joined by Aiden, previously featured in a couple of HeroScape videos on the channel, or maybe just one at time of recording. I actually haven't got that far ahead, but featured in a previous video on the channel. But this is your first time coming out for some Marvel Crisis Protocol here, and today we are throwing down some Guardians of the Galaxy up against the Avengers Bodyguard brick list that we talked about. I'm going to say a week and a half ago here during our roster building series. So if you're curious, go check that out. We basically built a list that was, what if we just stuff 10 bodyguards in there and see what happens? So that's what we're doing today. We're playing the Steve Avengers version of that. So we have Steve, She-Hulk, Luke Cage, and Colossus for the Avengers team. For tactics cards, we have Battle Plan, Recalibration Matrix, Indomitable, Heroes for Hire, and Avengers Assemble. Over on the Guardians of the Galaxy side, Galaxy of the Guardians side, actually. Aiden, what do you have here today?
We've got Peter Quill, Star-Lord, everyone's favorite, Drax the Destroyer,
Yep.
Groot and Rocket teaming up, followed behind by the two Swiss sisters, Nebula and Gamora.
Awesome. And what do you got for cards here?
For the cards, we've got Galaxy's Greatest, Lovable Misfits, Brace for Impact, Crew of the Milano, and Deadly Duo.
Sweet. Alrighty. We're going to go ahead and get deployed and things like that. We're going to be playing on Gamma Shelters, and Struggle for the Cube should be a good time with lots of violence to ensue. So we're going to go ahead, get deployed, and get right into things. Alrighty, and we are deployed. I have She-Hulk on the left facing off against Gamora. Down the middle, turns out we're playing Gamma. There's going to be a lot here. We have Drax, Rocket and Groot, and Nebula facing off against Steve and Colossus. And then over on the right side, we have Luke Cage facing off against Star-Lord. I won the role to go first, and we're going to go ahead and start out with She-Hulk over here. And we're not doing anything too fancy. She's just going to move up to right about here. We're going to pay 1 power that I definitely remembered to put on my guys to pick up this this cube over here. And then we're going to move again. I don't think we're quite going to get to the middle point, but we're definitely going to get within 2, so we're not taking Gamma Shelter damage. But unfortunately, we are not contesting that point with She-Hulk, so she is just chilling there. But that's going to be it for her. You are up next, sir.
Okay, and on my side, I'm going to activate Gamora first.
Yep. You can land on the dumpster too. That's totally fine because it's the same size as you.
That's clearly within range.
Yep, 100%. So you can pick that up, no problem. That'll cost you 1.
Spend 1 power and pick it up. Game state.
Game state destroyed. Cheating. Alrighty, and then your second action, you can start to move back towards to get in range of one of the shelters.
Yeah, why not?
So remember, you can't go over the building, you'll have to go around it, but you can definitely make that, no problem. Yep.
Tool doesn't really...
Yeah, tool being awkward is tool being awkward, but we know where you're trying to go.
Right
and
there.
No problem, you're contesting your back point because she is a long mover, so she's got all the mobility in the world there. And that's it for Gamora. Next up, we're going to go with Mr. Luke Cage here, and he's going to do very similar plays. He's going to walk over here between these dumpsters. Going to pick up this lovely cube fragment, and then he's going to walk back towards the middle, and he actually looks like he will be able to get onto my back point as well. So we're just going to send him over here, and we'll actually nudge him onto that side a little bit. And that's going to be it for Mr. Cage.
Up next, we're going to go ahead and move the large tree.
Yep, makes sense.
And tree will be going right next to this car here.
Yep.
Just enough movement to get there. And then...
I don't think you've got range on me there, so no attacks yet.
Fortunately not. I'm just probably going to... Yeah,
just chill.
Chill here, looking pretty.
Yep, that makes sense. Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and go up next with Colossus, and he's just going to run for the center here because Colossus cares not for this violence. He's going to grab the cube and sit on it. So go ahead and just move him up here. He's going to chill right beside She-Hulk here, and he's going to pay 1 power to pick up this cube and sit and look pretty.
Up next, we're going to have the little raccoon.
Yep. Now, the raccoon can definitely choose some violence if he wants to.
Who doesn't like a little violence?
I will warn you, if he chooses to shoot Colossus, I could bodyguard it with She-Hulk, because she does have one power left, and my leadership makes that be all it costs to do that. And that lets her move towards you. But
Right into the range of some other swords.
this is true.
So I'm gonna go ahead and start a blasting.
Yep, so we're blasting away at She-Hulk. Try to get a good camera angle for this one.
Plasma rifle, 5 dice.
Yep, and I'm assuming this is energy, so I will have
Yep.
4. And sorry, is this blasting She-Hulk or Colossus?
Colossus.
I will choose to take it on She-Hulk. So she will have 4 dice for this. We're gonna block 1. Looks like you're getting 3.
Getting 3.
So I will take 2 damage. You will gain 2 power for that.
Perfect.
And I don't believe there's any wild triggers on that attack, so I get my aggressive. And we're just gonna go.
Oh, there is a wild icon, but no triggers.
Yeah, you didn't get any triggers for it though. So we're just gonna go ahead, stand in the middle there, and look scary. But I'm gonna assume that's it for Rocket.
That is move and attack. So yep.
Alrighty, last up for the Avengers here is Mr. Rogers himself, and he's gonna go ahead, move forward, see if we can throw a shield at any pesky raccoons or trees. Unfortunately, we are a little shy on that, so we're just going to move again. We're going to get up close here where we can bodyguard some of the hits coming into these 3, because we have our nice little circle of don't touch any of these. And that's going to be my last go, so the board is yours.
You say don't touch any of them, but I don't know. I kind of like shooting some folks.
Alrighty, so Star-Lord's coming up here.
Star-Lord's moving up here. Gonna pay 1 to pick up the cube that the model is oh so nicely sitting on.
Yep. Now, you do have a shot on She-Hulk if you want it, but you are also outside of Gamma Shelter range, so you are going to be taking damage from that if you don't move back in.
Yeah. Probably not worth it, but let's shoot anyways.
Alrighty, She-Hulk's going to have... you know what? It's not going to be She-Hulk. We're actually going to take this on Steve Rogers.
Okay.
So he's going to have 4 dice for this, because he didn't have to pick up anything, so he has all of his power. And yeah, I have 4 dice. You have
5.
5. You're getting 1 hit. We're going to take 1 damage.
Perfect.
So you will gain 1 power for that as well, sir. And I'm assuming
nice.
that's it for Mr. Lord.
That will be it for Mr. Lord.
Cool, cool. You want to use your winging it token to reroll 2 dice?
Absolutely. I always forget about those.
That's fair. Might as well. You can try and get 2 more damage.
One
more damage. Alrighty, so you'll gain 1 more power as well.
Next up will be Drax, medium movement.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't look like I can quite get him within range to do some damage.
No, I don't think so. I'd be a little surprised if he does, but...
Can move him right over here, I think.
Yeah, not quite.
Not quite.
You could go try to contest the middle, but currently I have 3 models there.
There
so
is no
he's
way
not
I'm
winning
going to be able to win that.
Do you want to bring him closer for next turn, or keep him out of the way so I can't punch him as easily?
So let's just leave him here.
Sure.
And instead move the other assassin we have.
Yep.
Long
Nebula.
movement.
She's moving fast. She can probably get in range of stabbing someone this turn. You can stand on top of the car, no problem. You don't have to climb for that. And you've got range to stab just She-Hulk. That said, I could choose to bodyguard it onto Steve.
And stabbing She-Hulk is what she will do.
She-Hulk's just going to take this one. Steve took a little more damage than he wanted to from Star-Lord. So She-Hulk just has... What type of attack is this?
This is a...
Physical?
This is a strike, range 2, correct me if I'm wrong?
Yep.
Okay, so that is a physical attack, 4 dice.
Alrighty, I will only have 3 on She-Hulk for this.
Not
bad so
getting
far.
A crit.
I'm also getting a crit. I'm just getting 1.
I got another crit, but
you're getting
don't.
3. So I'm going to take 2 damage.
And also, there is a wild effect.
I believe it's shock.
Shock, yep.
Ouch. So She-Hulk is taking 2 more damage, and she is going to be shocked, which is not great for her, because unlike regular Hulk, she doesn't get extra damage for having damage on her. So, cool. And I'm assuming that's it for Nebula. You did do 2 damage, so I believe she gains 2 power.
Yep. And that, I believe, is the round.
That is. So I am going to be taking the points lead here, but you did do a good chunk of damage. I'm going to be grabbing 2 Gamma Shelters and 3 cubes, scoring me 5 points. And you're going to be grabbing 2 cubes and your back Gamma Shelter, scoring you 3 points into round 2. Alrighty, so going into the next round, Cage, She-Hulk, and Colossus have all taken 1 damage from their cubes. Meanwhile, on your side, Gamora and Star-Lord took damage from the cubes, and Star-Lord also took damage for being way in the middle of nowhere. So, yeah, we're going to go ahead and start out with Steve here. I have a little bit of confidence that everyone else is going to survive until their turns can be more impactful. So we're just going to go ahead and start with Steve, play out some shields. Now, we don't quite have range on Star-Lord, so we're going to start by throwing a shield actually at Nebula, I think. I just want to... That little monster of a two-threat is dealing too much damage here. So we're going to throw 5 dice physical at Nebula and see what we can get. Whew. We are rolling very hot today. That's going to be 5.
Yep.
I think we just take her down. She might
believe-
have a reroll thing, but I don't know if that would save you.
1 reroll, die on reroll defense, but
Yeah, that
nothing.
unfortunately doesn't save you, so you are just taking 4 damage there. I gain 1 power for that, and I get to bounce it into someone else. So we're going to bounce that into... we can't hit Gamora because she has stealth, so we're going to bounce it into Drax. So 5 dice physical at Drax.
Physical.
And we're getting 2, maybe 3. 3.
And I'm blocking 1.
Drax also reduces all damage by 1, so he's just going to be taking 1 for that. And then Steve had so much fun with the first set of shield throws, he's going to try again. We're going to throw it at Drax again. And that's a cocked die, but otherwise we're looking at 3 so far. Oh, I guess that one was cocked too. Just 2.
Blocking 1.
Alright, so you're going to take 1 this time. And I didn't get my bounce this time, so that is going to be the end of Steve's turn, but he's built up a lot of power to be able to bodyguard for this round.
Up next, we are probably going to go ahead and activate the Destroyer himself.
Drax is up, and what's he up to?
We're first going to go ahead and spend 3 to... you see that building right here?
What distance does he throw?
Choose both of size 3 or less and within 2, and throw it small.
So small wouldn't quite get to me. You would have to move closer first.
Okay.
But you can definitely move closer and then throw a building at me.
Yeah, let's go ahead and move closer.
Yep.
Right
so move
over
right on
to
in.
here.
Do you want to move closer so you can also punch more, my guys? Because right now the small is barely getting anyone. Cool. Alrighty. Yeah, so you're going to pick up this size 3 building here. Who do you want to throw it at? She-Hulk or Colossus?
Let's go ahead and throw it at She-Hulk.
Alrighty. I unfortunately can't bodyguard buildings, so She-Hulk's going to roll 3 dice. Not a bad block, though. 2, 3, so we're only taking 1 damage for that. But still, that's a start. You've done 1 move action. You do have another one if you want to try to punch someone.
And let's go ahead and... let's just go ahead and punch She-Hulk with my Blades attack.
Sure. We're just going to take this with She-Hulk, so she's got... she's got 3 dice.
5 dice attack.
3 so far. You do have a critical.
Crit.
Just the 3.
Just the 3.
I'm blocking 1, so I will be taking 2 for this, which I believe means Drax will be gaining 2.
Yep.
And She-Hulk is hurting, but she's still alright. I think we're going to go ahead and have her go next, if that's it for Drax.
Well, I have 3 energy. I could throw another car at
I believe it's a once per turn. Could be wrong.
Yes, it is once per turn.
Yes. So I believe that's going to be it for Drax.
That will be it for Drax, then.
Cool, cool. We're going to go ahead and go with She-Hulk up next, and what we're going to start out by doing is we're actually going to do a move action. We're just going to get within, well, actually we might as well go for a range 2 on him. Gamma shelters do not concern me, and we might be able to stay in anyways. So yeah, we have all the movement in the world. We're going to bring Steve with us, apparently. Destroy all the game states.
What's the game state?
We're going to go hang out over here within range 2 of Mr. Lord. That does unfortunately leave us out of range of the Gamma Shelter, but in range of a certain Starman. And we're going to throw, let's see, let's put as much power into this as we can. So we're going to pay 3 for superior weight training. So we get to add your size to our next attack, which is just 2. And then we're going to pay 5 to throw now 11 dice physical at Mr. Quill here.
Okay.
So hopefully just wipe him off the face of the map. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 dice. Okay. Well, you blanked out, so that's good for me. You could use your winging it to reroll the, or actually you could plucky to reroll the one die.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna
you
go
can't
ahead.
touch the skulls, sadly.
I'm gonna plucky.
Still nothing. You could
Still
winging
nothing?
it for it as well. Right now I'm looking at 5 damage, so
5
actually it doesn't
damage?
really matter. I think I get you either way.
Yeah, you're gonna get me either way.
So Star-Lord is down. And then She-Hulk is going to spend one of her remaining power to pick up his cube that he's going to drop so kindly for me.
Yep.
I rolled one too many dice.
How dare you?
Yep, I was shocked. So let's roll that back a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We still get them either way. We have the same number of results. But yeah.
So that means he will be taking 4 points of damage because he had 2 health, and that means he also gets 4 energy.
Yes, sir. But he will drop his cube fragment for me. And yeah, She-Hulk will just grab that up because.
And then you get to place it, if I recall.
Which very easily within range of her. So she's just gonna pick it up right away. And that's it for She-Hulk.
Okay.
So you are up, sir.
So let's go ahead and activate Rocket.
Alrighty, Rocket Raccoon's up next, and what's he up to?
I'm going to go ahead and activate the Deadly Duo card to start.
Yep, so
Both
that's
of them.
2 power off of each, and Rocket gets to make 3 attacks, and turns out he has 3 targets. So who do you want to go into first?
So let's just go this way across the board, starting with She-Hulk.
Yep, so She-Hulk's going to go first. She's got 4 dice here.
Versus Rocket.
I believe 5. Just 1, so not a great start. She does block it.
Yeah, I do have the winging it if I so choose.
I only blocked 1, or no, I blocked 2. So you would need
2?
both successes for it to matter.
No.
Alrighty.
Yeah, and then next up, let's go Steve.
Yep.
There's a crit.
I'm only blocking 1. You're getting 3, so that would be 2 damage. If you do use the winging it, you kill him on 1 success.
I'm going to use the winging it.
Might as well.
Let's get these 2.
That'll do it. You're going to
That'll
drop
do it.
Steve. So Steve will take 3 damage for that. You will gain 3 power.
Nice.
And you got 1 more free attack here into Colossus.
Absolutely.
Colossus is just going to have 3 dice for this as well.
And there's a crit. Not much else.
That's going to end up doing 1 damage because I do reduce damage by 1. So
okay.
Colossus is just going to take 1 from that. And that was just your card, so now it's Rocket's turn.
I do believe I also gain 1 more power for dealing
Doing 1 more damage, correct, you do.
That was just the card, so now we're going to go ahead and, well, we have a lot of energy. Might as well activate the Hadron Enforcer.
Do you want to throw this at Mr. Colossus or She-Hulk?
How much health is She-Hulk on?
So She-Hulk has taken 8, she's got 12 remaining.
Okay, let's go ahead and blast it into She-Hulk.
Sure.
6, 7.
Go.
Wow.
Just 1, so we're all right. That was a disappointing Hadron Enforcer. You do have another action if you want to shoot someone else.
Do you have another action? Let's go ahead and just do that again.
You have the Hadron Enforcer again? Yeah, by all means.
I have. Oh wait, it's 4 energy. I just misread it. No, I only have half as much energy as I need, so I'm just gonna go ahead and plasma rifle. Let's go with Steve.
Steve's down.
Right. She-Hulk.
Sure thing. She's got 4.
5 dice.
Blocking nothing, so it looks like I'm taking 2.
2 wilds.
Which unfortunately for Rocket doesn't trigger anything special, but does still do 2 damage. I am going to get too aggressive off of that, and I'm going to use that just to move ever so slightly over here, which I think puts me within 2 of the Gamma Shelter, so I won't be taking damage from that this round. But I'm assuming that's it for Rocket.
That is it for Rocket.
Alrighty. Next up, we're going to go with Colossus, and Colossus needs to do a few things here. Drax is still standing, and I would appreciate if he wasn't. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to start by just punching him to start out. It's just going to be a 5 dice attack here.
Physical?
Yep. And see what we get. Just 2 with the crit. So you're blocking 3, so you're all right.
4.
We're going to go ahead and try it again, I think. I could spender him, but I don't think that's worth it.
Don't forget your points.
Oh, yeah. That matters. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and do another 5 dice attack into Drax here. Getting 3, maybe 4.
Blocking
4.
2, maybe 3.
So you're going to take 1 damage because you do reduce by 1.
Yep.
But you're also going to lose 1 power after the attack, so basically you just don't gain anything.
Yeah.
I gain 1 because I did 1 damage. And how low is Drax there?
Drax is on 3 health remaining.
Sure, we'll try it. We're gonna pay 3 power, or actually only 2 power because we're playing under Steve Rogers here, to pick up. Oh, I'm not sure if we're in range of this building. We're gonna try.
Just clips, it looks like.
Yeah, I'm gonna bump Steve there. Oh yeah, I definitely clip him. Cool. So we're gonna pick up this building here and throw that at Drax's face. So it's going to make a dodge roll. If you blank out, Drax will go down, but if you get at least 1, he's going to live.
Dodge roll is how many dice?
Just your physical.
Just physical.
You block
blocking
1,
one.
so you're going to take 2 damage after your reduction, and that'll leave you alive on 1. That is going to be it for Mr. Colossus.
Let's go with Groot next, I think.
Alrighty, and what's Groot up to?
Groot will move right over to this side of Rocket.
Yep.
I think that's still within 2 of...
You can check. You're allowed to have both tools at the same time on the board.
That is not within 2. I'll just scoot right over here.
Yep, that works out.
That is now within 2.
And what's he doing for his second action?
Groot will go ahead and strike at the Hulk.
Yep, She-Hulk does not love this. She's only got 3 dice on physical.
That is a crit.
We're blanking out, so you're dealing 2 damage, it looks like.
2 damage.
He does have a wing it if you want to use that to try and get 2 more.
Absolutely.
That's going to be 2 more. So that's 4 damage coming at She-Hulk for that. Ouch. Alrighty, and that was his second action. Does he have any superpowers or anything he wants to use, or is he good there?
Root. What does Root do again?
Makes all my stuff cost 1, or all my superpowers cost 1 more.
Oh, absolutely. We're going to root her.
Alrighty. So Rocket is throwing out the root condition onto Miss She-Hulk here.
You mean Groot, right?
Or did I say Rocket?
You said Rocket.
You know what? We're just going to pretend I didn't. Alrighty. And yeah, she is rooted. And that, I'm assuming, is it for Mr. Groot.
That is it for Groot.
Alrighty. You just have Gamora left. I just have Cage. And yeah, we'll start bringing Cage up the board a little bit here. He's just going to go ahead and move on up to hang out with his good buddy Steve. And maybe get in range to punch someone, but I don't think so. That's definitely well out on anyone who isn't already down. And including the ones who are already down. We're going to just move up slightly more. We'll get nice and close to Drax there. But that's going to be it for... screw it. We're going to try and take out Drax. We're going to pay 1 power to throw that car at Drax. Because we can do that.
Yep.
So Drax will have to make a dodge roll. This time you need a perfect block. You're going to need to block all 3. You might. No.
Nope.
So Drax will take 1 more damage from that car, and he will be dazed.
Okay.
And you're up last with Gamora. Now, do note that if she walks off your back point there, you won't score it.
It is outside of range 2?
You need to be within 1 to score, 2 to be protected.
Okay, 1 to score. Good to know, good to know. I'm pretty sure she can move there, right over here.
And then she can stab She-Hulk.
Absolutely. And then how much energy? She only has 2 energy, so that is not enough. So I'm just going to go ahead and stab her with my Godslayer.
I am going to use Heroes for Hire this time off of Luke Cage and She-Hulk. So She-Hulk is going to hire Luke Cage. He's going to jump in front of the way here. And if he survives, he gets to throw Gamora away because we didn't like her there. So, yeah, I have 4 dice physical for this.
I have 6 dice.
That's not a bad start because with Gamora, you get to use that while to turn 1 more into another success. Yeah. So you're looking at effectively 4. And I'm blocking 1.
You're blocking 1.
She doesn't have a wing yet or anything, does she?
No, she does not, unfortunately.
Alrighty, so I'm just going to take 2 for that. Or, yeah, 2 for that. That's how math works. Because I reduce damage by 1.
Yep. And you survive.
I do survive, so I get to throw her away. We're just going to throw her small. You did do 2 damage, though, so you do gain 2 power.
Yay.
We're going to send her back here. Now, if you want, before I take the tool away, you can just use 2 power to pounce and end up exactly where you were. Because right now you're not contesting the point anymore.
Absolutely. That was what I was thinking, the same thing.
Alrighty.
And actually, it's Assassin Leap.
Sorry, I got her mixed up. Black Panther has the pounds. But
Yeah.
she can go ahead and place herself pretty much exactly where she was before if she wants. Unfortunately, not quite the distance to hit Luke Cage with it, but that's kind of how that
Well,
works.
hitting Luke Cage would bring her out of the
That's true.
range with the point.
So you wouldn't want it anyways.
Exactly.
Alrighty, and that I believe is the round because that was you moved with her and then she attacked, so I think she's out of things.
Yep.
Cool, cool. So that's the round. Scoring wise, I have taken 4 of the cubes now. She-Hulk is holding 2 of them. Luke Cage has 1, and Colossus has 1. I'm also only scoring 1 of the Gamma Shelters this time. I have abandoned my back point. So I'm scoring a total of 5 points again. This round, you are scoring 2, 1 from Mr. Lord, and 1 from Gamora and her back points.
Actually, 2 from Gamora. 0 from Lord because he is
right.
dazed.
Sorry, I mixed up. I thought Lord had your cube. It's just 2 from Gamora. You're right. But yeah, so that is going to be 10 to 5 going into round 3. But my guys are starting to take a lot of damage here, so this could be a big turn for the Guardians.
Hoping to knock a couple out.
Yeah. Alrighty, in the new round, a bunch of characters took damage and gained some power, notably She-Hulk, who is now down to 4 health, so she's going to do her best here to try and kill some of the things that might kill her. Starting out, she's going to spend 5 power to drop a 9 dice attack on Mr. Lord and see what we can get out of that.
Physical or?
Physical. And it's going to throw a bunch of conditions on him if he survives. We're kind of just hoping that he doesn't, though. So 9 dice coming his way. Ooh, I don't think he's surviving, especially with those 2 skulls that you cannot reroll. I think that just takes him out of the game.
Yeah.
So that is a Mr. Lord dead.
Do I still get my winging it from my other characters?
So they'll last for the rest of the round.
Perfect.
So yeah, you will still be able to use them on Gamora and Nebula, who have them this round. But
Mr. Lord is off the table.
Yeah, that's nice and early for the Avengers here. So She-Hulk's next action, honestly, I didn't think this was going to work out that well. We're going to start by paying 2 power, or 3 because Root, but then -1 because of Steve, so it's just normal cost. So 3 power. We're going to pick up Groot and we're going to throw him. I just haven't quite decided where. I was going to throw him at Star-Lord, but we don't need to do that anymore.
I think you want to throw Groot into Steve.
No, I don't think we do.
Why not?
I really don't think we do. Alrighty, we're going to pick up Groot. We're going to throw him way over here where he cannot protect Rocket anymore. Well, I rolled 1 too many dice, but I seriously overkilled Star-Lord, so I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
I could take away the crit and it doesn't change a thing.
Yeah.
So
I'm fine with letting it slide.
But I will remember on this next attack that we do have 1 less die when we try to punch, I think, Nebula. I think we're just going to try and take her out of the game. So we are only throwing 6 dice physical at Nebula. And we're getting 4, so you need to block something. You do, and I believe you also have a reroll naturally.
I do. Do I have a reroll? Yes.
Yes. So you can reroll that one. You're blocking 1. You're taking 3 right now, which I think leaves you alive. It's up to you. I have no more attacks I can do this turn.
No more attacks. I'm alive. Yeah, I'll survive on 1, I guess.
Alrighty, so we do 3 damage. We're going to gain 3 power for that. And she will be slowed. So she can only move small when she moves now. But she's pretty happy where she is, I think.
Yeah, she's quite happy where she is.
That is going to be it for She-Hulk. I don't know if you want to go with her next or maybe try and protect Rocket while you can.
Well, first things first.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and... It's no longer as good to Galaxy's
No,
greatest.
Star-Lord isn't benefiting anymore. It might still be worth doing, but you could try and wait and see if some of these other characters drop.
Yeah.
That said, you're probably losing Nebula this round.
Yeah.
All right,
let's do it.
We're starting with Galaxy's Greatest, giving it to Drax and Nebula. They do have to pay 2 power each, I believe, for that.
Oh, no, it's not like they have a ton of power.
Yeah, I think Nebula's maxed and Drax has like 5 or whatever left, so...
There's a max number of power?
10.
Oh.
So she should be at 8 now if she wasn't already.
I did not realize there was a max number of power.
Doesn't happen that often.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so you've got Drax and Nebula powered up, and now I think you're going into a lovable misfits.
Into lovable misfits, yeah. Everyone's gonna spend 1.
Alrighty. And who do you want to roll for first?
Let's just go ahead and on the board work our way across the table, starting with Groot.
Alrighty. So one die.
One die.
He actually probably just wants the movement.
That is
I don't
the
know what that gives.
attack. So lovable misfits. The attack is enemy characters within 3 of this character holding or contesting objective tokens suffer 1 damage.
That's just 1 damage to She-Hulk. Not quite Luke Cage, it looks like, just She-Hulk, but still, that's a thing. So she takes
Absolutely.
1, she's down to 3 remaining.
Okay. Next up, we'll go with his partner Rocket.
Yep.
That is a crit.
That is an attack action he gets to make, so he can shoot someone with a 5-dice blaster.
Let's go ahead and shoot.
You can shoot anyone you want, but I do have a list full of bodyguards.
Yep. Let's go ahead and target Steve.
Steve with this one. Alrighty. Steve's going to have 5 dice. He's going to pay 1 to give himself 6 dice, and he does count blanks on defense. That's
so
a
that
really
is
good start. 4. 4.
4.
We're blocking 3 because we count blanks. You could burn a winging. Oh no, he doesn't have one.
He doesn't have one, no.
All right, so we're just going to take 1 damage, and that is Rocket's lovable misfit.
Okay.
Next up, Gamora or Nebula next?
Let's just keep moving across the table. Oh, they're even.
They're even. That's why I was
Curses!
asking.
Let's go Gamora first.
Alrighty.
That is wild.
I think that's also an attack.
That is also an attack.
Now, do you want to make that towards She-Hulk or Cage?
Let's go ahead and put that into. How much is Cage on?
Cage is on 2. She-Hulk is on 3.
Cage is on 2. Let's put it into Cage.
Do I bodyguard with this with She-Hulk?
No.
I think we're gonna bodyguard this with She-Hulk. So she's gonna. Oh, this feels bad. No, we're gonna let this go into Cage.
It's a Goose Slayer attack onto Cage.
Godslayer.
Goose Slayer.
Alrighty. Cage just has 4 dice with a damage reduction. Just 2 hits. So we're feeling pretty okay about that because we're getting 3 blocks because that was a
3 blocks. Okay.
So
I'll let that slide.
All right. And next up,
Next
Nebula.
up, Nebula. That is a hit.
Which was the deals. Oh dear God, that's going to deal 1 damage to my entire team. Yeah. Within 3, right?
3. Yes.
Yeah. That's 1 damage to my entire team, which leaves She-Hulk down to 2. Cage is on 1. Everything sucks. And you still have Drax.
And I still have Drax. That is
getting,
blank.
I believe, a movement, small movement.
Yep.
Alrighty. And you haven't actually taken your turn yet, so
let's go ahead and just put him.
Stand on my point aggressively.
Stand on your point aggressively.
Alrighty. He's gonna chill
Aggressively,
right there.
aggressively.
And who's going to actually be the activation this round? Nebula's on 1.
Nebula's on 1. You are clearly trying to take out Nebula. Let's go with Nebula.
Alrighty, so you got a lot of targets teed up here.
Yep.
Colossus is on 2, Cage is on 1, She-Hulk's on 2.
Let's go ahead and spend 3 to do the Shock Sword Assault.
Yep.
Which is range 3, so that
so
is
you can hit whoever you want.
Let's go ahead and let's go Steve.
Yeah, Steve will pay 1 power to bodyguard or to raise his shield, or yeah, it's 1 power. Oh no, we did that already this round, so it's going to be 2 to raise our shield. So we throw 6 dice against this, counting blanks. Just the 1.
Wow.
We are going to be blocking 3, maybe 4. Blocking 3.
Yeah.
Did you remember to add a die because you have the Galaxy's Greatest? Not that it changes anything.
It
but,
doesn't change anything at all.
Do you get anything for that wild though?
Yes, stun.
Sure. So he is going to be stunned.
And I get a place within 1 of the target.
Alrighty.
Which, let's just go ahead and go right here.
Sure. And who are you going to punch next?
Up next, let's go ahead and... Hey, look! We have enough to do it again!
Yep. Who are you hitting this time? Steve again? Alrighty. Steve will raise his shield again. So we're going to have 6 dice again, counting blanks.
And that costs you 3 or 2?
Cost me 2. It usually costs 2. It's just the first time I do it costs 1. That's scary. I'm getting a perfect block, though. So that is 6 blocks. Maybe 8. That is 7 blocks.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6,
6, 7.
You could use your winging it on a single die, but it would only be 1 potential damage.
Let's leave it.
Yeah.
Curses!
That was a little unfortunate. Did you have the extra die in there from your?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is unfortunate for Nebula. She didn't do very much with her most likely final turn, but
Yeah.
she tried.
Yeah.
We're gonna go
You
ahead.
know what?
Oh,
Now that you mention it's the final turn, might as well spend the winging it.
yeah, fair. Reroll the one die, and unfortunately, nothing comes of it. Alrighty, I'm assuming that's it for her.
That's it for her.
We're going to go with Mr. Cage up next, and we're going to start out by just throwing 5 dice physical at a raccoon. You do have cover, so you're going to be able to change one of your results to a shield, but, you know, we can just spike them out here. I believe just 2. You get to block 1 with cover,
Yep.
and you'll take 1 damage.
Okay.
I will gain 1 power. Then, I don't have anything to throw at you here. That's unfortunate. We're going to pay 4 power to drop our spender attack into Gamora here. So this is going to be 7 dice physical at Gamora this time. Because we would like to not have her stab us. We're getting 3 with a critical. Maybe 4. 4. And that's a big old blank. So I think she just takes 4.
She would take 4. However, I do have the winging it on Gamora.
You do. So you can go ahead and reroll 2, because I think if you block even 1, you survive this?
Yes.
Alrighty.
Good talk.
So you actually need to block more than that, because I did get the wild... Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. I got the wild throw, so I'm going to be able to throw you. You're slowed and stunned as well, which is not amazing for her.
Nope.
But you do have brace for impact up, so you're probably fine. I'm going to throw you at this pole, which would deal 1 damage to you, unless you choose to pay 1 power for brace for impact.
Let's pay a power for brace for impact.
Alrighty.
And then
So
that was 3 damage?
yeah, that would have been 3 damage that I did from the attack. And yeah, that's it for Luke Cage. He's going to leave you alive on 1. Oh, and that pole is destroyed.
I'm going to go ahead and have start things off by using my last card, Crew of the Milano.
Sure. On Nebula has a slow if you want her to pay as well.
Nebula might as well.
And then Gamora.
And then Gamora.
If you want for the insurance, you can pay on characters who don't have conditions, so they can't gain them for the rest of the round.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Colossus can hand out a stagger. That's the only other condition I can apply here.
Okay. So probably gonna pay on Drax as well.
Alrighty, so Drax cannot gain any for the rest of the round, and these ones will all fall off.
Yep.
Alrighty.
I'm going to activate with Gamora, I think.
Alrighty, Gamora's up, and
Gamora's up.
Who's she gunning for?
Let's spend 2 and pounce.
Alrighty, so Gamora's going to jump at She-Hulk here.
Yep.
So that's just a collision for She-Hulk.
Assassin leap.
Assassin leap, my bad. She-Hulk's going to roll 3 defense dice against that. She might just take nothing. She takes 1, which does leave her alive, but she's down to 1 health.
Okay.
Alrighty. And what's Gamora doing for her actions here?
Gamora, for her action, unfortunately, no longer has enough power for the Cosmic Assassin.
Could always build it off the first attack, depending on
So let's go with the Goose Slayer.
Alrighty. Which one you putting this into?
Let's go ahead and do it into She-Hulk.
I will put it into Cage, because he has more defense anyways. So he's going to taunt this, and he's going to have 4 dice. I don't think it's going to matter. You're going to deal 1 damage, and Cage is going to go down.
Perfect. So I get 1 power.
Yep. And Cage will drop a Cosmic Cube. I don't know if you want to pick it up with her, but
I'm going to pick it up with her.
She will knock herself out on it, but that's just okay.
She already was.
Oh, she already was. So yeah, you might as well.
So I will spend 1 power, pick it up.
Yep.
And then might as well go for another Goose Slayer attack into She-Hulk.
Alrighty. She-Hulk's going to have 3 dice for this. And not much I can do about it. You're probably taking her off the table here. Whew. I think you're taking her off the table. I'll explode my crit for what it's worth, but yeah, that's
what do you mean off the table?
She only has 1 side.
Oh, nice!
So she's going to take 1 more damage, and she's going to drop 2 cubes.
And I have, conveniently, 2 energy.
Well, you also just did 1 damage, so you actually have 3.
3 energy. So I will spend 2 of my 3 energy and pick up 2 more cubes.
Might as well.
And then that was 2 attacks.
Yep, so I believe she's done.
Yep. Might as well take the model off the table.
She-Hulk actually stays on the board until the end of the round.
Okay.
Weird thing with, because she doesn't have a flip side, she's technically not KO'd yet.
Okay.
But we're going to jump over to this side, and I think we're going to have Colossus go next and try to deal with Drax. We're going to have Colossus go next, and we're going to start by just doing a 5-dice fist at Drax. This is physical, and we'll see what we get. Just one,
I forgot
or just
the
two, maybe
extra
three.
die for Galaxy's
Yep,
Greatest.
that's important.
And there's the crit die.
So you're blocking 2, you take nothing.
Perfect.
We're going to pay 3 power to do a X slam into him. So this time it's going to be 7 dice physical. And we're going to hopefully throw some... Well, no, we can't throw any conditions on him. But we're going to do it anyways, because it's more dice. 3 with a critical. That was a blank, so that's just 3.
Blocking 3 with 2
Good
crits.
talk. You would gain conditions, but you can't because that's not how this game works. So that's it for Colossus. That was a very nothing turn for him.
I don't mind that.
All right, who's up next for you?
Up next will probably be... You just have Steve left?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's go ahead and have Drax activate, I think.
Yep, that makes sense.
So I'm going to go ahead and start things off with...
And just for everyone watching who didn't see us put the token down, we do have Drax's Vengeance token on Steve from when Steve was hitting him round 1, so that's been sitting on him for a while.
Let's
Or
go
round 2.
ahead, and you don't have bleed on Steve at the moment.
I do not.
So let's just go ahead and start things off with the Blades attack, I think.
Alrighty, Steve will pay 1 power to raise up his shield and have 6 dice here, because we don't like taking damage.
And then this is 5 dice.
Yep. Getting 3 with 2 crits, not bad. We're blocking 4 with a critical. Whoop. Blocking 4. So you could wing it to try and get 1 through. You would need both successes, but it looks like you're already getting your bleed trigger.
I'm just going to let the bleed go through.
Alrighty. So first attack. Oh, and also the vengeance thing. Did you do the vengeance?
I did not.
bonus?
I always forget.
You're about to get some more dice.
Rolls 3 additional dice.
Yep, the vengeance token will go away after this, but this could be big. That is 1 more. So
That is
now
one
if you
more.
use the winging it directly converts to damage.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait, you
winging
didn't
it's
have
not
one.
on it.
Never mind. It was on Gamora, wasn't it?
Gamora, Nebula, Quill.
And Quill. I gotcha. All right, so no damage still, but you do still apply the bleed.
No damage, but you are now bleeding.
Yep, and there's no more vengeance either.
No more vengeance, but I'm going to go for another Blades attack, I think.
Alrighty, I'm going to go ahead and pay 2 to raise my shield again. And yeah, this should be another 6 dice block for Steve here.
5 dice attack, plus 1 for Galaxy's Greatest.
Yes, sir.
I think I forgot actually the one on the last.
Throw 1 more die in.
Greatest.
Nope, doesn't matter. Okay, really good attack there. Pretty good defense. 4 with a crit. 5 to 5 or to 6.
4, 5, 6.
You're getting 1 damage through this time.
Nice. And if you weren't bleeding previously, you are now.
Well, I'm double bleeding then.
I also have rerolls from you bleeding.
Yep, might as well use it.
Nope.
No change. Alrighty. So 1 damage to Steve. All that for a drop of blood. But that is presumably it for Drax.
That will...
I believe his throw is only terrain. So.
Yeah. Or enemy character.
Do you want to throw either Steve or Colossus?
Let's throw Colossus into Steve.
It's size 3, right?
Size 3 or less?
You can certainly do that. So Colossus will just take 1 damage, which leaves him on 1 health remaining. Meanwhile, Steve has to roll dodge. He's got 4 dice, but it is 4 damage coming at him. He's going to block 1 because he doesn't count blanks here. He's going to take 3, and Steve is dead.
Dead or?
Dead.
Yeah.
Sad Steve noises. I am out of activations this round. You just have Rocket and Groot, sir. The only thing left standing on my side of the board is Colossus.
Yep. Might as well start with the Rocket let's go with Groot first. Might as well.
Sure.
He's farther away, so needs to spend more time moving.
True. So he's going to come on in?
He's going to come on in. Is there a way I can get him within range of Rocket?
So he was thrown medium, so he'll be taking damage from the Gamma Shelter, but like he can be within range of Rocket.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yep. He could just double move because he actually has no one to punch right now.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
So just move him back. He also scores your point this way.
Just like that.
And then Rocket gonna lay into the big metal man.
Rocket is gonna lay on the power. I'm
Alrighty.
going to start with just a plasma rifle,
I've
hoping-
got 3 dice.
hoping to deal at least 1 damage.
That's all you need. Then they go down.
But then I also get energy, and so I can do my Hadron Enforcer.
You won't have anyone to hit with the Hadron Enforcer.
Well, too bad.
Alrighty.
5 dice, 1
2 with
crit.
a crit. I'm going to crit myself, and it's not going to matter. You do the 1 damage, and that means Colossus will drop. Colossus is going to drop the final cube, wherever that would be most convenient for you.
Let's go ahead.
Range 2.
Range 2.
Yep.
Okay.
So just over towards you. You can't quite pick it up, but you did only use 1 action, so you could move towards it and grab it if you want.
And that seems like a pretty good idea. Make
Yeah,
sure
that's not bad.
I'm within.
Yeah, you'll be within 2 of one of the 2 if you're there. So no problem. And then spend that power you just gained from shooting me to pick it up.
Absolutely.
Alrighty. And yeah, that's a very good Guardian's turn. You're scoring everything this round except my back point, so that's going to give you 1, 2, 3, and then Gamora has 4 cubes.
Yep.
So yeah, that's going to score you 6 points this turn, putting you up to 11, which I should have been at 10, not 11. Which means you're officially ahead of me, and yeah, that was violent. She-Hulk will leave the table. Gamora's going to drop herself in the cleanup phase to those cubes. So
takes 4 damage. Only has 1 health left, though.
yeah, I'm not sure if you gain 4 power or gain 1 for that. Let's say you gain 4 because I'm not sure, and we'll just be consistent about it.
More fun that way.
Exactly. But yeah, she will drop all 4 cubes during the cleanup phase, and I'm going to put all of those over here, because if I can pick up all of those with Colossus, we still have a chance. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get everyone flipped and things like that, and go into the next round. Alrighty, going into the next round, I have priority here, and we're just going to start out with Colossus. He's going to walk over here. He's going to pay 4 power to pick up these 4 cubes, because that's a normal amount of cubes to have. And we're going to throw a 5 dice punch at your 1 health remaining Rocket Raccoon here. We're just going to try and take him down. Actually, we're going to throw this attack at Nebula, I think.
Nebula. Okay.
Yeah, because I think she's going to hit me harder. We're getting 3 with a critical.
Yeah, good talk.
We got her. We gain 1 power for that.
Nebula is off the table.
Nebula is off the table. So good job, Colossus. That is it for him, though. He's just got his 1 attack there because he did have to move to pick up those cubes. But he is contesting the middle point as well. So you are up, sir, with whoever you would like.
Hey, guess who's gonna try to take revenge? Rocket Raccoon.
No.
Yeah.
Alrighty, what's Rocket up to?
He will start. Oh, actually, I had the power, if I so chose, to do booby traps
When I moved?
when
Yeah.
you moved.
If you want to go back and do that now, yeah.
Absolutely, if you don't mind.
That may give me extra power, but that probably doesn't influence what I do. So.
Yeah. So spend 3.
It's 4 dice. You're looking for
4
criticals
dice?
and wilds. And you're getting 2 of them.
2 of them.
So I do reduce damage by 1, so I am only taking 1 for this, but I am taking 1 for this. So
Every damage helps.
Yep. Colossus is not easy to kill. And now it's Rocket's turn. What's
Rocket's
he up to?
turn. How much defense dice does Colossus have?
On energy 3.
On energy 3. Okay.
But he does count blanks.
Does count blanks. Ew.
He's like Steve. On his flip side, he counts
Yeah.
blanks.
And then how much does Cage have?
Also 3. They're actually the exact same. 4, 3, 3.
Counting blanks or no?
Cage does not count blanks.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and shoot Cage with the plasma rifle.
Alrighty, Cage is going to have 3 dice for this.
That's a crit.
It's too bad he doesn't count blanks. Cage is going to take 2 after his damage reduction.
Yep.
Cool. And that was your first action.
That was my first action. Yeah, Rocket doesn't have Galaxy's Greatest.
Nope.
And Rocket gains 2 energy for that,
Yes, sir.
which is just enough that I wanted. Just the amount of energy I wanted to go ahead and spend on a Hadron Enforcer.
And who's this going at?
How much health is Colossus at?
6.
6. Let's throw this all into Colossus.
Luke Cage is going to pay 2 to take that, actually. He's going to taunt you.
So that is 7 dice.
Yep.
Into Cage.
Ooh. I'm blocking 3, so I'm blocking really good, but that's still
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
7.
7.
So block 3, then reduce by 1, and I still take 3 and go down. Oh, you know what? We're going to pay 3 for Recalibration Matrix. So we both re-roll everything that's not a skull.
Okay. Does that include the rolled crit?
Yes.
Perfect.
So you do have more, well, the same amount because you had a skull in there, but the same amount of dice you had before. I'm blanking out. But you're only getting 3 this time,
3.
which reduced by 1 will only deal 2 damage to me, so I will survive.
That is annoying.
That's a big deal for Cage.
Yeah.
That was a Hadron Enforcer, right?
That was a Hadron Enforcer.
So it does have a trigger that you got there.
Yep. Enemy characters within 2 of this target suffer 1 damage and are pushed towards the character small.
So Colossus will take 1, but he cannot be pushed. So he'll just stay where he is. But still, that 1 damage might be relevant.
Absolutely.
We're going to go ahead and go with Cage next before he dies. And we're going to
do you have anyone else to go with?
No, but yeah. We're going to go ahead and throw 5 dice at this annoying raccoon that just did way too much damage.
Don't you mean Groot?
Oh, yeah, I guess I do mean
They're
Groot.
within 2.
Yeah, you're very right about that. Oh, this is... Do I even want to do this? I don't think I do. All right, instead of punching Groot, we're going to punch Gamora, because that's a slightly more reasonable target here. So this is going to be a 5 dice physical attack onto Gamora. We're getting 2 with a crit.
Walking 1, and then also change 1.
I believe that's only on attack that you get to change the things.
Yes.
So we're just going to do 1 damage.
Okay.
I will gain 1 power.
So will she?
And then I'm going to pay 4 power for a Sweet Christmas on, let's do Gamora. 7 dice physical at her.
Okay.
6, 7. Getting 3.
Blocking 1.
So you'll take 2. And then I get to throw you small. And we're just going to throw her into this car, so she'll take 1 more damage from hitting the car.
Unless I can... No,
that's when you're thrown, it's just 1.
Yep.
She's also slowed and stunned because Groot the Milano is over. So, unfortunately, we didn't quite take her down, though, and that is it for Cage. Probably for the game, because I have a feeling he's not long for this world.
Okay. I'm going to activate probably Drax first, then.
Alrighty, and what's Drax up to?
Drax will go ahead and blades into Colossus.
Yep. So Colossus and Cage are both immune to bleed, so you cannot make them bleed no matter how hard you want to. But this will do potentially some damage.
And then it would be 5, except Galaxy or Lovable Misfits.
Galaxy's
so
Greatest
6.
is giving you 6.
Yes.
I have 4 counting blanks.
That one looks to be cocked.
Yep, go ahead and re-roll it. I'm looking at 3, 4.
I'm only doing 2.
Cool, cool. So Colossus is chilling.
Colossus is chilling, but you know what?
Try again.
Let's just do it again.
Yep. That's pretty good. 4. I'm blocking 3. So you're going to do 1 damage.
1 damage?
After blocks.
Perfect.
So you got him down to 4 remaining, which means he dies on the cubes.
That is all I wanted.
Yeah, that's actually not great for me at all. Alrighty, so I don't know how much of the footage we lost there, but basically my camera overheated, so we needed to take a quick moment there. But we just had Drax throw a bunch of attacks into Colossus, and he's got him down to 4 health remaining, which means the cubes are going to take him out at the end of this round, whether he scores them or not. So you're still up with just Groot and Gamora. Would they like to deal with either of these large lads?
But let's go ahead and have Groot go first.
Sure.
And throw 4 dice into Cage there.
Yep, Cage has 4 dice defense.
Or 5 dice.
Yes, that checks out. Cage is going to have 4 dice for defense, and we'll see if he can survive a punch or 2. Ooh, I don't know about that. Yeah, we're blanking out. That's going to be the death of Cage.
Okay.
So Cage will take 1 damage there. You will gain 1 power for that, and
Absolutely.
I think you're in range if you want to wail on a big metal man.
Yeah, it might. No, the token would come off at the end of the round if I give you a root token.
It wouldn't come off at the end of the round, but I would die at the end of the round anyway, so it doesn't actually change anything.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to.
Yeah.
I don't have any like defensive tech or anything that would cost me power. So
there's not much point other than just trying to build energy. So let's do it.
Yep.
Try to build
That's
energy.
nice.
So that is 3.
I'm just blocking 2, so I'm going to take 1 damage.
Perfect. That is another energy.
And I believe you just have Gamora left.
Just Gamora.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just walk over this way.
Sure.
Right around there. And then let's go ahead and pay for the Cosmic Assassin.
Yep. I'm going to have 4 dice for this. See if you can take out Colossus before the cubes do it.
Yeah.
At this point, either way, you've won the game.
This is 6 dice.
Yep. I'm going to have 4. 2 with a crit. I'm blocking 1 with a crit. I'm blocking... Oh, actually, I'm blocking 2 because that's a thing.
Yeah.
So I'm blocking 2. You do have your thing that lets you convert one of your dice because you got a wild. Actually, you got a wild and a crit. Is it both or just the wilds?
For this attack, it is just the wilds.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So that's actually going to be 3 results for you.
Change one of the defending character's attacks.
Pierce won't change anything here.
Okay.
Because I count blanks anyways,
Yeah.
so changing my die to a blank doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But you do still get your, I want to say it's like Deadliest Woman or something. That lets you turn your blank into a hit.
Deadliest Woman, yes. Yep. For each wild.
Yep, so you're going to end up with 3 successes, and I'm going to take 1 damage.
Okay. And then that is not
That's not quite enough to kill him.
No. And I moved and then attacked.
You could throw yourself at me. If I blank out, that kills me.
Okay, that seems like... No, there is no other character, so I can't Cosmic Assassin someone else.
No.
Because of the Rapid Strike. So let's go ahead and spend 2 and throw myself.
Yep.
Got
Throw yourself into me. And whether you kill me or not doesn't actually change anything.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go ahead and roll my defense dice for that. And not quite. I take 1 damage for that, which does leave me alive on 1 health remaining. And I believe that's the round.
I think I probably had enough movement just to go slightly closer to the point.
Sure, that way you score it.
Exactly.
Not that it changes anything, because then Colossus explodes in cube. And that is going to be the game there. You're going to end up scoring, I believe, 1, 2, 3 points in the final round.
Yep.
Bringing you up to 14.
Rocket Raccoon also gets downed from the cube.
Rocket Raccoon also knocks
If you want to place
himself
the
down.
cube somewhere.
Yeah, we'll just have a big pile of cubes. It'll be great.
Perfect.
So that is going to do it for this battle report. Yeah, unfortunately, this has kind of been my experience with the Bodyguard brick in times that I've run it at local game nights and things like that as well. It just kind of falls flat when it's faced with a little too much damage. But still, it was a fun list, and I'm glad I was able to actually play it on the channel. And there is my line of dead bodyguards. But yeah, I mean, that came pretty close, because if Colossus was able to... The issue there was I needed Colossus and Cage to survive to win that game, but if Colossus was able to survive, that put me really, really close to just maybe being able to just run away with the rest of them.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, once you got that 3rd damage on Colossus, it was all over for him, and Cage going down real fast on his flip side. Who was it that did that to him?
Gamora? I think?
No, it was Rocket.
Rocket.
Rocket did like 5 damage to him or something crazy like that, or 4 damage to him. Which was insane. But yeah, how about your squad? How'd everyone do?
Overall, Quill would have loved to have Quill in the game a little bit
Yeah,
longer.
unfortunately, he didn't really play today.
Yeah, but everyone else kind of held their own.
Yeah.
Gamora managing to get the cube and then bringing it over at the start of the game, getting me a couple points.
Yep.
And then just dealing damage and just holding out long enough to.
Yeah, I mean, she was
Deal
one of
with
your
killing
last
blows?
your last heavy hitters standing, right? So
Yeah. And
no,
then
for sure.
Rocket just blasting. When,
Yeah, Rocket did a lot this game.
Yeah.
So
First time for me, Rocket finally did
yeah,
something.
because you were saying just before the game that Rocket never does anything for you, but he felt like proving you wrong today.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, everyone seemed to do their job. Nebula was freaking annoying. She was like a model that I knew I had to kill, but she didn't play anything into the scoring game, so that was a thing.
Yeah.
And Drax did a good job too. He was doing his job, getting up in my face the entire game there.
Yep.
So
Plus also Groot there right at the end to
Groot stopped me from having Cage just punch Rocket and walk away, because that was totally the plan.
Yep.
And yeah, unfortunately there wasn't much I could do beyond that point of just like, this is not going to work out the way I need it to. Yeah, that is going to do it for this battle report, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do drop a like down below. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. We do battle reports every week, and we also have like character spotlights and other kind of discussion style content on Wednesdays. So if you're interested in either of those things, feel free to jump on in. But otherwise, that is it for us. So until next time, have a great day, everybody. Peace.